welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do every European run for Barcelona from 2013-14 all the way to present day. So the first European run is 2013-14. Barcelona replacing a group with AC Milan, Ajax, and Celtic. And Barcelona topped that group to go through to the round of 16. In the round of 16, Barcelona played Man City. And Barcelona, in the first leg, beat them 2-0, which meant all they had to do in the second leg was see it out. And see it out they did. A 2-1 win at the Camp Nou meant that Barcelona went through to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, Barcelona met Atletico Madrid, and in the first leg it was a 1-1 draw at Camp Nou. So in the second leg, Barcelona had to win, and they didn't. They lost 1-0 away from home, and it sent Barcelona packing, and they had to wait for the Champions League for another year. In 2014-15, Barcelona replacing the group with PSG, Ajax, and Apol. Barcelona easily topped that group and went through to the round of 16. In the round of 16, they played Man City again. And in the first leg, they beat them 2-1. So all they had to do in the second leg was again see it out. And they did. A 1-0 victory meant that they knocked out Man City again and moved on to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, they met PSG. The first leg ended in a 3-1 win for Barcelona. So all they had to do in the second leg was see it out to make it to the semifinals. And they did. A 2-0 win in the second leg meant that Barcelona did see it out and went through to the semifinals. In the semifinals, Barcelona played Bayern. In the first leg, Barcelona destroyed Bayern 3-0. So all Barcelona had to do in the second leg was see it out. And they did. A 3-2 loss in the second leg. It didn't matter at all because Barcelona went through to the final because of a 5-3 aggregate score. In the final, they played Juventus. And Juventus were a good side, but no match for Prime Barcelona, as Prime Barcelona knocked out Juventus in the final and won the Champions League. Ole, 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 Barca, Barca. In 2015-16, Barcelona went into the competition as the holders. They were placed in a group with Leverkusen, Roma, and BATE. And again, they topped the group easily. In the round of 16, Barcelona played Arsenal. In the first leg, Barcelona beat Arsenal 2-0. So all they had to do in the second leg was see it out. In the second leg, they did. A 3-1 win in the second leg meant that Barcelona went through to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, they met Atletico Madrid, the team that knocked them out a few years prior. Or 2 years ago, I should say. In the first leg, Barcelona beat them 2-0 at Camp Nou. It looked like Barcelona were going through. All they had to do was see it out in the second leg. But they didn't. A 2-0 loss against Atletico Madrid meant that Barcelona were sent home packing, and they had to wait another year to win their second Champions League of the video. In 2016-2017, Barcelona replaced in a group with Man City, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Celtic. And they topped the group again, like they always do. And they moved on to the round of 16. The round of 16, they met PSG. So, not too hard, but they could do trouble. In the first leg, you won't believe this. Well, everyone's probably seen this before, but still. PSG beat them 4-0 in the first leg. That's incredible. They beat prime Barcelona, MSN, Xavi, Iniesta, everyone. 4-0 in the first leg. But so in the second leg, it was almost impossible task for them. But it wasn't actually. The impossible task became possible. Barcelona beat them 6-1 in the first leg to go through 6-5 on aggregate. What a comeback from Barcelona. But what a bottle job by PSG as well. In the quarterfinals, they met Juventus. In the first leg, they lost 3-0. So that meant in the second leg, they had to do it again. They had to make another comeback. If they did, then they would be the sole favorites for the Champions League, obviously. But they didn't. A 0-0 draw at Camp Nou meant that Barcelona were sent packing, waiting for another year to win their second Champions League of the video. In 2017-2018, Barcelona were put in a group with Juventus, Sporting, and Olympiacos. And of course, they topped the group. They just don't top the group. They always top it every time. Literally every time. Literally. In the round of 16, they played Chelsea. The first leg ended 3-0 to Barcelona. But the second leg just ended in a 1-1 draw, so they saw it out and went through to the quarterfinals. Then, in the quarterfinals, they played Roma. The first leg ended 4-1 to Barcelona. So that means all they had to do was see it out in the second leg, and they would go through to the semis. But they didn't see it out. They lost 3-0, and since the away goals rule was still a thing, they drew 4-4 on aggregate, but lost on away goals. Barcelona bottled it. Remember that comeback last time? No, they're the ones who got the comeback this time. Terrible loss for Barcelona. Terrible. In 2018-2019, Barcelona were placed in a group with Tottenham, Inter, and PSV. And of course, they topped the group again. They just never don't top the group. Always. Of course. I'm happy about it, obviously. Of course I am. And they went through to the round of 16. 16, they played Lyon. In the first leg, it was a 0-0 draw. So all Barcelona had to do was beat them at the Camp Nou. And Barcelona destroyed them 5-1 in the Camp Nou, and they went to the round of 16. They're going through to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, Barcelona were played Manchester United. And in the first leg, Barcelona beat them 1-0 in Old Trafford. But in the second leg, Barcelona made sure they went through and destroyed United 3-0 to make it through to the semifinals. In the semifinals, they had Liverpool. Maybe they could actually win it again. In the first leg, they destroyed Liverpool 3-0 at the Camp Nou. So all they had to do, yes, I know Anfield is a huge place, but all they had to do was see it out in Anfield. And they didn't. They lost 4-0. Liverpool got a comeback and won 4-3 on aggregate, which meant Barcelona got humiliated again in the Champions League, and went out, unfortunately. So they had to wait another year to win their second Champions League of the video. In 2019-2020, Barcelona replaced in the group Dortmund, Inter, and Slavia Prague. In the first, and they topped the group easily. It wasn't even a question. No one was going to stop them at all. And it always happens, they always stop their group. Never do they don't. In the round of 16, Barcelona drew Napoli. In the first leg, Napoli Barcelona versus Napoli ended in a draw. So all they had to do was go back to the Camp Nou and beat Napoli. And that's exactly what they did. A 3-1 win against Napoli meant that Barcelona went through to the quarterfinals. And please note, because of COVID, that everyone knows, it was just one leg ties, not two legs. So they changed to one leg ties because of COVID. In the quarterfinals, Barcelona faced against Bayern, and because it was only a one-legged tie, they had to do it in a neutral stadium. And it also meant that, remember the past 2 years that they got comebacks. If they won the first leg, they go through. But the performance that they did there was the most humiliating performance in probably Champions League history. They lost 8-2. Yes, you heard me correctly. 8-2. A completely humiliating loss for Barcelona as it went packing, and they had to wait another year to win the Champions League. In 2020-2021, Barcelona placed in a group with Juventus, Dynamo Kiev, and Ferencváros, whatever their name is. They didn't do much, so I don't have to spell their name. Juventus had Ronaldo at the time, and Ronaldo stopped Barcelona's consistent record of always topping the group. Barcelona finished second in the group for the first time in this video because of Ronaldo. But it was only on goal difference, so not much you can say about that. But it means it would probably get a hard draw in the round of 16. And hard draw they got. They had to play PSG in the round of 16 with Mbappe, Neymar, and the team who were just finalists in the last Champions League. And they destroyed Barcelona easily. In the first leg, they destroyed them 4-1 in the Camp Nou, and Barcelona couldn't really do anything. So in the second leg, they only captured a 1-1 draw, and that was it for Barcelona in the 2020-2021 season, and they had to wait another year to win the Champions League. In 2021-2022, Barcelona are placed in a group with Bayern, Benfica, and Dynamo Kiev. And they did not make it out of their group for the first time in this video. For almost half the video, they were topping their group besides last year. And now they're not even getting out of their group. They didn't make it through because of Benfica. Terrible from Barcelona. So then they had to go to the Europa League. So in the preliminary round of the Europa League, Barcelona drew Napoli. In the first leg, they drew 1-1. On the second leg, Barcelona turned them over to win 4-2, which meant Barcelona went to the actual round of 16. In the round of 16, Barcelona faced Galatasaray. In the first leg, they drew 0-0, which is crazy. No, it's actually crazy. But in the second leg, they turned Galatasaray over. A 2-1 win to Barcelona meant that they went through to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, Barcelona played Frankfurt. In the first leg, they drew 1-1. So all they had to do in the second leg was win at home against Frankfurt. Oh gosh. They lost 3-2 at home against Frankfurt. So which meant Frankfurt went through and Barcelona still had to wait for their second European trophy. If it's the Champions League or if it's the Europa League, same thing. Well, not the same thing, but you get what I mean. In 2022-23, Barcelona were placed in the group with Bayern, Inter, and Victoria Plzen. And again, Barcelona finished third in that group. Third. Yes, I know Inter are a level higher than Benfica, but still, Barcelona are better than Inter. How have they not gone through in that group? So that means they had to go through the Europa League once again. In the preliminary rounds, or however you say it, in the Europa League, Barcelona played Manchester United. In the first leg, they drew 2-2 at the Camp Nou. So that meant Barcelona had to go to Old Trafford and win. And what did they do? They lost. They lost 2-1 at Old Trafford, and that meant they were sent packing. But how did they lose in the preliminary rounds, man? They have to be going farther. For a team who won the Champions League, for this to go all the way down to the Europa League and lose in the preliminary rounds, it's just the team was completely changed, and that means they were sent packing, and they had to wait another year to win their second European trophy. In 2023-24, Barcelona were placed in a group with Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Royal Antwerp. And Barcelona topped the group by the skin of their teeth. It was they were tied on points, but they still went through because of goal difference. So that's why they topped the group. And right now in the round of 16, they drew Napoli. So will Barcelona go out again and lose, or will they win their second Champions League of, well, it won't be in the video, but yeah. Will they win their second Champions League of the video? There. Hopefully they won't just fail again like they have for the past years. And yeah. And yeah. Guys, thank you guys for watching. The next video of the series should be the Juventus one, so you guys can look forward to that. So I'll see you guys there. Bye.